Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies coming to you with our Caribou Crossing. If you didn't guess from the Caribou, it's a Canadian whiskey.
Single barrel. Let's test it.
Test it!
That was good. Okay. Why'd you do that? No, this is a Whiskey Wednesday. We don't normally do test it.
We were asked, well, technically a guy said he loves that intro. He loves
He said we should trademark it.
Yeah, well, so who else is going to run around, like, what? I almost said Johnny Carson, but, Conan O'Brien's not going to be yelling out, test it!
Yeah.
Be like, and if he does, that'd be cool.
That was, now real quick though, that was Marleone 1074.
Boom.
On YouTube.
In the comments.
He loved it, but he's actually noted two of his favorite test-its.
Which was kind of cool, because I haven't gone back and watched those.
I hadn't even thought about it.
Now, which are the two that
he mentions? Episode 148, Lafroig 18 year.
Yeah, the Lafroig 18. So in that one, apparently, I say a cool little thing.
And then he says number 134, the Flaviar tasting pack, but it's the unofficial one at the end, where sometimes we put in bloopers.
Right. So I must have messed that one up.
Or kind of funny ones.
Now here's the deal.
He liked your test. You got to watch to the end of the Flaviar tasting pack, but.
Now, what I would love to do, but I don't know how to do, is to go pull those audios and throw them in the middle of a video, but I don't know how to capture that.
Just pull those little clips.
Yeah, pull those clips.
If
I figure it out, I'll do it. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how to do that. If you had all of our raw, unedited videos, you could go back and pull those. But like you, I delete the video once we get on there.
Once I edit it and upload it to YouTube, I delete it off of my hard drive.
There is a way to go capture the video as you're watching on YouTube, though, and then put it in. But I don't know how to do that. I'm sure it's a software program.
Well, no, that depends. Sometimes I don't. No, wait, I've been saving them to an external drive, most of them.
Really? Well, I don't do that. Now, first of all, this harkens me back to the Blantons.
The Blantons, it is. Okay. That's a nice, I don't know if is it pewter, it's a heavy metal topper with is that an elk?
That is a caribou.
It's a caribou.
Yeah, it kind of looks elkish. Well, yeah, it's funny because you said elk, and I had elk where I grew up, but they don't have a rack quite that big. It's huge, but it's not quite like that, first of all. So, it's a caribou.
Now, I was looking too, it almost looks like glass etching on the side of the bottle. It's not a label of a caribou and some...
Love the etching. Now, this comes from the same company that does Sazerac.
So it's imported by Sazerac.
Oh, it's imported. Okay.
Imported by Sazerac.
So imported by Sazerac. All right. So, first of all, make it real easy. Go back and watch, what are the numbers again? Lafroig 18 was 161.
Number 148.
148. I was close. No.
And the number 134 Flaviar tasting pack.
148, 134. Go watch those. And
I'm going to have to go watch them again just to see.
And because of that, we've added in the tested into both Wednesdays and Saturdays now. So we're going to have that factor in. What do you get on the nose, brother?
The first thing I have in my notes, this is 40% ABV. Okay? Kind of standard. I mean, that's when you talk, and I've referenced before a standard Canadian whiskey, and you kind of get standard flavors. They're pretty mild, blah, blah, blah. 40%. Here's a Canadian whiskey, it's 40%, but it's also labeled as a single barrel.
Right.
Most of your single barrel bottlings are a higher ABV.
Well... Yeah,
yes or no?
Well, cask strength is a high ABV.
But
a single barrel, they'll still add water to it.
But still, most of them, I'll bet you, I would guarantee most single barrel offerings are in the 50% ABV range. So I thought, why did they bring this down to 40?
Right.
Now, you get into the 60 percentages and you're talking cask strength, barrel strength.
Right.
But even still, a lot of your single barrel offerings are going to be in your 50 percentage.
Well, and then just on the label, there's no age statement, but they state that it's been patiently aged.
Patiently aged for an unknown amount of time.
No, I'm not a very
undisclosed amount of time.
I'm not a very patient person, so if I patiently aged it, that's a year. That would be me patiently aging it. So hopefully they're way more patient than I am, and maybe it's got 4 years in. Who knows? But we don't know. They don't know. If anybody else out there knows, throw that in the comments so then we all know.
Yes.
Kind of cryptic. What do you get on the nose?
This is one of those standard Canadian whiskey noses to me. A very slight maple. I get vanilla, oak, and an acetone.
Yeah, I get an acetone on the forefront. And I get a creaminess. And it's light. I get a light nose overall. So, but I get that creamy acetone flavor in the nose.
And the
That's kind of
palate.
all I'm getting it. Yeah, and
The
the
palate's very creamy.
Oh.
Very smooth. Of course, it's 40%. It's a lot richer than a lot of the other Canadians that I'm referencing and saying you get the standard Canadian. It does seem to be a little bit fuller, a little bit richer.
See, I don't get fuller. I get creamy and floral, but to me it tastes watered down. I do get that vanilla, and then it just disappears. I don't get any aftertaste. You getting any aftertaste?
No, it's very mild on the aftertaste. Very maple.
Yes.
Butterscotch.
Yep. I get the butterscotch for sure. Yeah.
Caramel and
big
vanilla.
time. Yeah. I mean, that's really it, is that butterscotchy kind of mapleness. And I guess that's even in the aftertaste. It's lingering around a bit.
And I think this is probably the first whiskey I've had where butterscotch was really that prominent.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know that I've picked that out before that much, but this one definitely butterscotch.
Very butterscotchery. What I do wish, I shouldn't even add water to this because I added just a couple tiny drops. To me, I want this at 46% ABV.
I would agree. Or 50.
Yeah, you take it all the way up. Now I'm curious what it would do at 50, but give it to me at 46. It just tastes. I mean, I get that nice butterscotch maple, but it tastes a little watered down to me on the palate.
We'll just jump right into, is it worth it?
What'd you pay for it?
$45.
Nope. If this is in the $20 range,
25.
Yes.
I would agree.
If it was, I'd be all over it.
I would not buy this again.
I like the topper.
It's not bad. It's not a bad whiskey. It's not $45.
No,
There's a lot of other whiskeys or bourbons out there to buy for $45.
Yeah, and it's almost there. I mean, this almost gets there, but it just
if it had that
watery.
higher percentage, it may be worth the $45 price tag.
I agree. If it kept the flavor that's on there with a little bit of kick to it, and I would be there. So I say no, it is not worth it. Mine's an 84.
I give it an 87, and it's just because of that butterscotch. I mean, it is a little bit richer, a little bit fuller than some of the other Canadians that are out there. And that butterscotch, it's got a good flavor
seems high
to it.
me for you. I actually thought I might have even been above you when I said 84. Just because, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's your rating. So for you, it's because you got that butterscotch flavor out of there that you've never gotten.
I think there's a little bit more in there that stands it up above. It makes it good.
I mean, it's good. I get the maple and the butterscotch, and it does trail a little bit. To me, it's just, I end up with this kind of a let down feeling because it's just watery.
It's just there.
It's water. It's a little watery for me. It tastes like I already had an ice cube and I forgot about it, and it watered down and I wasn't sipping through the ice cube, and then I come in and I go, oh crap.
Yeah. I need to add
crap.
some more whiskey.
Yeah, now I jacked it up because I wasn't sipping as I went, and I feel like I'm starting at what would be an accidental ice cube mistake. So, do we have a shout out?
We haven't shouted out to Peter Jack yet.
Peter Jack, Patreon subscriber. Thank you. First of all, I like when someone has first and last name. It's both sound like a first.
Yeah.
Peter Jack. I mean, it just sounds, it's like Tommy Joe. I just love it. I don't know. I like Peter Jack. Do you think that's his real? Yeah, I'm just throwing out like
Peter
first
Jack.
name.
Yeah.
Peter Jack. Yeah, that's his real name.
You bet.
I like it. I'm just saying I like it because I'll like. I don't know. I just
That kind of sounds like a movie fictional character.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like
Peter Jack.
like who's
the hitman?
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. It's like a hitman. They'd be like, "Who is Peter Jack in town?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
You tell him
my
Peter
God.
Jack is here.
Yeah, or like Peter Jack,
That's right.
and then everybody's wide-eyed. Oh my God, Peter
Jack. I thought he died years ago.
Dang it, someone said he's like a ghost.
No.
He's a mythical character. John Ryan. See what I'm saying? I mean, you got all those in that literature.
Yeah.
I guess Jack Reacher isn't because Reacher's just kind of a thing, but yeah. Jack Ryan. All right, John. All right. So, Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.